Hey guys, it's Kelly. Thanks so much for joining me today. I have another process video. This is for Citrus Twist Kits, and I am using the gorgeous March kit. It is called Lemon Drop. I just had the sketch up that I worked with on the blog post earlier this week, and I am going to be using that and making this really cool layout. It's definitely a little bit different for me. I am hand cutting these letters from the 6x6 paper pad that was included in the Project Life kit. This is crepe paper here and there. And what I did is I took a scratch piece of paper and I drew lines that were 1.5 inches apart. And then I just sketched quickly the letters and cut them out. And now I am tracing it on the paper and kind of evening out the lines a little bit and filling them in, making the letters look a little bit better, but it's definitely a hand cut letter. They are not perfect, and by no means were they meant to be. So I'm going through and I'm just picking out some of the different colors. I'm not going to show you all of this. I just wanted to show you a good portion of it so you would understand what the steps were that I took for the hand cut portion of the title that's in the sketch. So as I was putting down the letters, I realized that they were kind of getting not lost on that peach background paper. They just weren't standing out quite as much. So I thought that what I would do is alter the sketch and I would trim the paper a little bit larger at the bottom. So what I mean by that is the sketch calls for a thin strip of paper at the bottom. So I cut the peach paper 4x12. Plus, I kept the branding strip on top. Well, the branding strip was on the bottom, and then I switched it so the branding strip would be at the top. It's a nice geometric pattern, so it has that capability. Now, to make the letters stand out just a wee bit more, I am going to outline them with a black pen, and I'm doing this several times, and it is going to be messy as well. I am not the best when it comes to outlining, especially the curves of, certain letters. So I did it several times just to make it a little bit more messy, and just, it's definitely got that hand-drawn look, and that's fine for this. Sometimes when you have multiple things like this that are a little bit messy, I really like the way that it turns out, and it's definitely a different layout and style for me, but I really did enjoy doing it. So I don't make you watch all that because, again, after you've seen me do several letters, it really gets a little bit boring. I'm taking this photo. This is going to be my main photo, and I'm going to back it in white cardstock. I like the way that when I do that and place it on a busy pattern paper, I feel like it really allows the photo to stand out. These are photos of my family when we went to DC several years ago. I had thought about putting DC at the bottom because I know that, there's a Washington state and some people don't, usually we say, well, we're going up to DC, but I liked the look of Washington, and when I added the DC to the bottom, it just really didn't look right. So I figured the photos told the story of where we were, and since we've never been to Washington state, I just let the photos and the journaling speak for themselves. So I am going to take this black and white paper. This is from Crepe Paper Good Vibes, and I'm just trimming it down just a little bit so a little bit of the black and white shows, and that's just to help it pop off. And I think it just really works well with the kind of funky geometric feel of this layout. So at this point, I'm just taking my embellishments that have come with the kits. I am taking things from the main kit, the embellishment kit, and the Project Life, and just moving things around, trying to figure out what I want to use. I want to keep the embellishments to a minimum because I feel like with all of the pattern papers that are represented on the layout that it can really get busy pretty quickly. And so I want things that are going to either be purposeful or going to really help tell the story. So I'm going to pick a couple of black items, and then I'm going to figure out that I really want to have that contrast with the black. So I am going to have a triangle, I can't think of the words today, but basically a set of 3 different things going around the page with the black just to help guide your eye. And that this way arrow was perfect for it. And ultimately, I'm going to put that on top of the title. I just liked the way that it looked on top of the title, plus I felt like it led your eye onto the main photo and just gave movement and just worked well. So the 3 Polaroids at the bottom, I had that silhouette cut file for a long time, and I just printed it in whatever size that it opened up with. The inside diameter was just slightly over 2 inches, so I printed my photos 2.25 inches, I think, maybe 2.2 by 2.2 or 2.25, whatever. And then I just put a little bit of adhesive on the Polaroid frame and then stuck it down on top of the photo. And I found that that made it easier so that I could center where I wanted the photos to be. So I am going to add a couple of things to each of the Polaroid. The pennants that you see on that bottom right hand Polaroid are from Pink Fresh Studio, and they are a leatherette pennant, and I love the way that they look on that on the Polaroid. I just, you know, it adds a little bit of whimsy. It's a different texture, and you know, for me, these pennants aren't something that I would necessarily choose to buy on my own, and so I like it when I get them in a kit because it forces me to use them because I want to use things that are in my kit. And you know, I'm going to add some twine and wrap it around and tie it a bow, and it's probably my favorite embellishment of this entire page. So I am just pulling out again some of the different stickers. I thought maybe a pop of yellow would be nice since I've got those yellow letters, and I'm going to just use my, it's an EK Success, I think. It's a adhesive remover. You can use it with regular baby powder, but I just have the tool, so it makes it easy. And I just de-stick my stickers so that I can move them around. I ultimately end up not using that yellow sticker, and that's okay. I will just put it back with the die cuts. I'm going to replace that yellow sticker with something that is black because I felt like it needed another, you know, like I mentioned earlier, another pop of black just to help with that visual triangle to keep your eye moving around the page. So that Explore More is a sticker, and that is from the Here and There collection as well, and I thought that was perfect. That is under the photo of my kids. They were at the World War II Memorial for that, and then we are at the Vietnam Memorial and the end of the, gosh, I can't think of what it's called. It's where Lincoln's statue is. It's at the end of the reflecting pool. I know it has a name and it escapes me because I am getting crazy. It's Friday. It's been a busy week. I am toast. So sorry about that. Normally I think I'd be able to say where we were. Anyway, I went ahead and I typed out my journaling underneath the title, just saying that we went to several museums, but we really love to explore the National Mall. You know, sometimes things don't need a lot of journaling. This is just, you know, some neat little photos, good memory of the day. And, you know, for me, this sketch was perfect just because it really pushed me outside of my comfort zone. You will not see me do a lot of layouts with multiple photos. I just prefer 1 or 2 to tell my story, but I also don't do a lot of trip photos either for that very reason. So this is perfect for photos or for events that you have multiple photos. So I hope you guys enjoyed this and will play along with this. If you do, be sure and link it up to either the member gallery or the Facebook group, and there's a chance that you can win a $5 gift certificate to the Citrus Twist Kit store. So thanks so much for joining me. I will hopefully see you soon. Take care. Bye.